Now at 10:30, search teams made their way through more of Maui today, looking for victims of the wildfires. Hawaii's governor spoke to the people of Maui tonight about the recovery and what's coming up next.
The death toll has now risen to 114, and hundreds more still missing tonight. But the community is rallying together to help each other.
KCAL News reporter Jeff Nguyen is at a donation center on Maui for us tonight. He joins us live. Jeff?
Juan and Susie, earlier this evening, the governor said that a memorial will be erected in honor of the lives lost in Lahaina. He also reiterated that anyone who tries to steal land will be prosecuted.
Aloha.
Governor Josh Green promised Hawaii's residents that he would get to the bottom of how the wildfires that devastated Maui started and vowed the historic town of Lahaina will rise again and be a symbol of resilience and values and ohana.
Friends, this loss we have suffered is unspeakable and devastating. We will continue to mourn as we care for the survivors and begin to move forward together.
10 days after the wildfire, recovery teams continue to fan across Lahaina, searching for victims who weren't able to escape the flames.
So many of our people died. So many of my neighbors, my co-workers.
Janet Ii is a custodian at a school that burned to the ground. She fears many of the victims yet to be identified are children who were sent home from school the day of the fire because of strong winds.
Knowing that some of the kids I've seen at school are no longer here is heart-wrenching.
Community leaders in Lahaina came together Friday to express their concerns about the government's response to the wildfires and what lies ahead for their historic town. Residents are afraid rebuilding Lahaina is on the fast track and they'll be left behind.
Give us time to heal. Give us time to find closure, and be open and allow us to sit at the table.
Let me be clear. Lahaina belongs to its people, and we are committed to rebuilding and restoring it the way they want it.
People in Lahaina say relying on one another is what will get them through the worst ordeal of their lives. And last night we reported that the director of the Emergency Management Agency in Maui County stepped down following criticism of the handling of the wildfires. His temporary replacement is expected to be named on Monday. Susie, Juan.
Well, Jeff, I know you're at a donation center. I can see it behind you tonight. What's the biggest need for people there that you're noticing?
Hey, thanks for that question. You know, we want to update you on what we reported earlier in the week. We had told you earlier that baby formula was in great need. We are very glad to report, things are much better now. The thing that a lot of people want right now are canned goods. If you come to Hawaii, Spam is a huge staple here. But right now, canned goods is important because of practicality. It's just much easier to store. The other things that people need are toilet paper. The other night, we talked about how diapers were in short supply. That is still the case, especially for older toddlers, and water. In places like Lahaina, people are told they cannot drink the water there, so water is much needed. And of course, rice, which is a common staple across Hawaii. Guys?
The simple things so important tonight. All right, Jeff, thanks so much for that. People are pouring out their hearts and opening their wallets to help the residents of